Alright, there we go. Fanfiction time. Wow, what? Only words. Yeah. What? So we return. Yep. Back at it again. At Krispy Kremes. Alright. I did some writing off camera, though. I didn't write the best parts that I had in mind at the time that Chad is going to enjoy. I just wrote from point A to point B. We're at where Gourmand and Spearmaster are meeting now. Alright. We've got to that point, chat. So, like, now they're in the, we've got them in the same shelter. Now, gotta get my brain working. I'm gonna turn down the Kirby music. As much as I love Kirby music, it is not thinking music. Norwegian people are the best kind of thinking music. I listen to, well, I guess not Norwegian. British Norwegian, you know? No lunar constellation spotted. 0 out of 10/J. Sup. Hello. Alright, back at it again, we're writing fanfiction. Where's the paper I put down with all, like, the ideas? Okay, so I did have one good idea. On how I'm gonna end this. So you know how in Gourmand's campaign, they have the dreams, but the dreams are like a bunch of just drawings that, like, Monk is reading to everyone. So, think of it like this. It ends, and it's revealed Spearmaster is the one who drew those, tellings of the Legend of Gourmand. Think about it. It ties in so well that it almost feels canon, you know? Jeez. Alright, well, I guess we should get to writing. Where did I leave off? Let's see. Knocked out of the pipe, hearing mechanical buzzing as I came back to my sentence. I looked up in the pale orange. Is Gourmand more pale orange, or is he more pale yellow? Like, what do we say? You have been rated by Cat with a pencil. That's crazy. That's neat. You are going to be rated. My chat decides the fate of gay slug cats. Cool. Alright. Neat. So, alright. Let me just reread what I was writing earlier so we can, like, get back on track. I was knocked out of the pipe, back into the room. Pale orange. Yeah, pale orange. I'm thinking pale orange, because, here, if we look up pale orange, like, look at that. That's Gourmand colors, you know? Like, would you say that's Gourmand colors? I don't know if it actually swapped the screen. Give it a second. Alright. Let's look up pale yellow as well. Close, but I think pale orange fits it more. Tan. Ooh, tan. Alright, let me look up tan. Kinda? Tan. I became a bus driver and crashed it multiple times with my chat too. Very cool. I love me and my buddies. I have this friend. We all hype him up. He loves vehicular manslaughter in Fortnite. So much so that this season right now, that's entirely color-centric, made him just so happy. He was so happy to see a car-centric battle royale. Anywho. Alright. Backed up instinctively, forming as gears as I could. Alright. They looked like me, only paler with no holes coming out of their tail. They were also quite more rotund than me. Alright. Where do we go from here? I'd say... Alright. Gotta get the brain juices flowing. They stared at me in with a puzzled look in their eyes. They were looking at my tail, because obviously that'd be weird. Tail. Before they spoke yet again. What happened to your tail? Why does it have so many holes? I need a shot quickly. What's chat rambling about? How long is the fan fiction so far? We've gotten one page done. We've just gotten to the rising action. We're in the rising action right now, and we're gonna take about a majority of the way through the rising action before we reach the climax, which is probably the turning point. I would have to say will probably be Spearmaster leaving Gourmand to go to Suns, and then realizing they want to. We'll get there when we get there. Save us from this abomination to slug manity, Vinky. Well, everyone on my bus got rabies and now is here. Oh, okay. That's fine. A little chaos never hurt anyone. Let's see. I gaze at them a little longer before lowering my guard. I raise my paws and begin to sign. So are we going off of Spearmaster knows what a Slugcat is, or he doesn't know what a Slugcat is? Or he has a skewed idea that messengers, they're all like him. I think we go off of the he's a messenger, so he's never seen a natural born Slugcat, you know? I think we're gonna go with natural born, I guess. He doesn't know. Alright. Interesting. I raise my paws and begin to sign. Nothing happened. It was just I was just made that way. I didn't expect the slug cat in front of me to know anything about the hand, the gestures I was making. This is gonna be a bit of like a plot hole bit, but we're gonna not care too heavily about it for the sake of fan fiction. We're just gonna imply that slug sign is just kind of a known language, you know? We're just gonna imply that it's just like, despite Spearmaster being isolated and alone, he knows it, and it is possible for a Gourmand to know it, you know? Jumpless Spearmaster is looking different than I remember. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Gestures I was making. It was taught to. Okay, here's how I can fix that plot hole. It was taught to me by my creator as a way for us to communicate. Yeah, just like an instinct. Like body language. Not like body language, it's more like American Sign Language, like that. What? Huh? We're writing fan fiction. We're continuing what we did yesterday. Yesterday was reading fan fiction, now we're writing fan fiction. Alright. It was taught to me by my creator as a way for us to communicate. Slowly, they raised their arms. And to my surprise, began to sign interesting. Where was it? Gotta stop here. They slowly raised their arms and, to my surprise, began to sign. Interesting. I haven't met any slug cat that has had such bizarre hasn't had such bizarre. Oh, what's the word? I guess we're going to imply that Gourmand knows what evolution is. Such bizarre evolutionary traits. Are you from a region farther north? Are you... We're gonna put perhaps. Perhaps just makes it sound better. Spearmaster and Vermont meet each other in talks. Oh boy. Dang. Spearmaster and talk don't exactly. He's signing. He's signing. That's what he's doing. He's not talking. He's signing. We're having this whole bit right now where Gourmand is signing and Spearmaster is signing. Because you know, how the community made Slug sign? Remember that? We're gonna play off that. Like, that's just a thing that they know. We're getting Charles Darwin campaign. That'd be crazy. Alright. Where was I going with this? I stood puzzled by the slug cat. I stood puzzled. How did they know such... Can sign language be fluid? Like, you know the term, they speak such fluid English? Does that still apply to, sign language? Or is that more of a... I guess I'm thinking too hard on it. Yeah, we're just gonna say it still works. If you can't tell, I'm a I would ask a lot of questions in my English classes. I took them pretty seriously. Really enjoyed books like 1984, but I hated the book The Road. Couldn't my teacher would argue so much with me that it was like a classic and it was so good, and it's literally just a book about people walking from point A to point B, and barely anything happens besides this one time where they go into a house and it's just filled with cannibals, you know? Anyway, how do they know such fluid slug sign? Alright. I come from a region far to the... Okay, now I need to look at the one map, because Pebbles does unlock a specific gate, and I think it's the one to the west, you know? So I need to know, is it the one to the west that he unlocks? Alright. Let's see. What is this fanfic gonna be called? I don't know yet. It'll probably be like a pun of some sorts. Because I like making puns. But hold up, chat. I'm gonna have to leave you for a second while I look up Gourmand campaign, and then speed right to Pebbles. Alright, here we go. No commentary. Sky Islands, Chimney Canopy, 5 Pebbles. Here we go. Alright, we're speeding it up. Where exactly... This is all to, find, one specific, direction. Okay, so it does not say... But wait, no, he says... In his dialogue, he does say where the farm arrays are. So, we're gonna go through the 5 Pebbles dialogue of the vanilla and figure out if it's farm arrays to the east, right, chat? I try to make as much immersion as possible in my fanfictions. 5 Pebbles dialogue. I'm thorough with getting the details right in it, because I think that just makes for better fan fiction. Go west. It is west. So, yes, I am correct. You do go west. Okay. I come from a region far to the west. Because he has to enter through the west in order to get into Five Pebbles. So, we can presume Spearmaster comes from the west. You know? He's a westerner. Didn't the creators confirm the noise and outskirts were the noises of slug cats, or am I stupid? I think it's just everyone accepts it as that. It's far to the west. It looks like that structure a lot. It looks a lot like that structure you can see. I'm not gonna say structure. I'm gonna say structures because at this point in the timeline, Moon is still up, so you would be able to see two structures still in the skyline, wouldn't you? It looks a lot like that. Those is the correct word. Those structures you can see in the sky line when the clouds clear. Not gonna lie, that one room in Gourmand's campaign, with the opening showing Five Pebbles is genuinely like my favorite moment in Rain World. I think it's just it provides such a sense of scale, and you're just almost taken aback by it, you know? Genuinely my favorite room in all of Rain World is that room, where you can see Five Pebbles. Fascinating. I come from a tree, a large tree near here. I was searching for a couple of lizards to hunt for my tribe. Though it seems I underestimated how much time I had to get back to them. Okay. Is this going to be a one-shot fic? What is the definition of a one-shot fic? Like, I've never actually, I don't actually know what that is. Like, what's a one-shot fic? Also, will this be on Wattpad or AO3 when it's done? It'll be on Wattpad. Because that's AO3 has you have to go through a process to get an account for it, and honestly, I don't really want to do that. It just takes too long. One chapter, I think. But the chapter can be as long as possible. Okay. Yeah, probably. I don't think I'm really going to divide this into multiple chapters, because I think it can be done in, one really long segment, you know? A fic that's about the video game one-shot, but actually... Okay. Yeah, of course the one-shot PFP would, say that. Alright. Alright. I make my way over to a corner of the shelter, inspecting the walls. I look back at the slug cat near me. And here's the interesting thing is, Spearmaster technically should know what their name is by now, because unlike most slug cats, except Rivulet, Spearmaster does have a name. You can find it in one of the dialogues. Their name is 07, you know? It's an interesting thing. Are you gonna do other ship fix? It really depends. It really depends on if I'm inspired or not. Like, after this, I think I would have done, like, every ship I really, like, have an interest in. Because, like, I don't really care much about, like, the other ships. Maybe a Moon and Sliver of Straw one, just because of how it, like, I could totally do one. Because, like, you, in the reading of last night's fanfiction, we had, one where it was, you know, it's implied that Moon had a thing for Sliver of Straw, but Sliver, you know, ends it before they can ever meet. So I could do one where it's Moon trying to find the time to tell Sliver, but never can. You know? Like, they work with him. Or something like that. Maybe. We'll definitely see. It sounds like it could be an interesting concept that I explore later. Probably after this one. We'll have to see. I'll write that down for, like, later, though. Looking back at the slug cat with me. Alright. So, do you have a name? Love, Sliver of Straw looks to Moon. Alright, so are we gonna give Gourmand a name, or is his name going to be Gourmand? Because I could totally accept that Gourmand's name would be Gourmand, because, like, it makes sense. Like, think of it like one of those, like, tribal names, where, like, it's kind of named off of, like, what you did. You know, like, you know, a person called John Blacksmith? Like, their ancestors would have been a blacksmith. Or, like, Thor, Odin's son. You know, he's the son of Odin. I feel like you could do something like that, where, yeah, his name is just Gourmand. But because Spearmaster does have a canon name, do we want to give Spearmaster his canon name, you know? Do we want to just, or do we have it, like, where he brings up his canon name, but he says he doesn't like it, and he just calls himself Spearmaster? Which one do we think? Wouldn't Gourmand be something like Crafter? I don't know. I think we'll call Gourmand, but what do we want to name Spearmaster? Do we want to name him because he has 3 names, technically. He has 07, he has Messenger, and he has, because he has 07, Messenger, and Spearmaster. It's a fanfic, so I think Spearmaster is fine. Yeah, but world building. I love world building. It's so funny. My name is Gourmand. What's yours? I thought real hard about that. Okay, I have an idea of how to get there. Here, let me cook. I thought real hard about that. In one of the broadcasts, I had read. Read. My creator had called me 07. I didn't like the sound of that name. I thought for a moment about the answer. No, that's repeating. Can't repeat sentences. Have Gorn have Gorn have Gormond also be named 07. No. Maybe Spearmaster says he was called Messenger but changes it to Spearmaster later. What if Spearmaster got their name from others like scavengers? Or maybe Gormond can give them their name. Oh, that's real good. That's real good. I like that. Okay, yeah. Okay, I like that one. I like that. Chat, you're like my little buddy who just gives me like the best ideas. Oh, 07, I guess. Oh, 07. Huh. That's an odd name. They looked at me. Alright, I gotta check to see if, like, if I did state. Yeah, okay. So they do know they form spears. They looked at me, thinking, is it alright if I call you Spearmaster? Since, you know, I saw you were able to make spears out of that weird tail of yours. Chat, it works perfectly. 07, a reminder of Spearmaster's siblings who never return. You forgot the question mark in yours. Oh, where'd I forget that? Oh, thank you. I see it. Thank you. Keeping me on my toes, chat. Where are you? Some kind of Spearmaster? Perfect. This truly is a rain moral. Oh god, yep. Cheesy, but it's funny. Spearmaster. I quite liked that name. I quite liked the sound of that. No, we're getting rid of quite. I liked the sound of that. Sure. I signed. Okay. I think it would just be Spear Maker. Having Spear Master give an example of their spearing abilities would fit better, in my opinion. It's fan fiction. We don't need to go that hard. You know, it would take a second. You know, think of it. He's like the master of spears. He makes spears, so he's the master of spears. You know, you need to include that line somewhere in the story. God, chat, you're hilarious. We're your muse. Oh God, I can't hear the word muse without thinking back to like Hades and like Eurydice and Orpheus. Gormon, can we have mod Slugcat cameos? I think that's fine. We just have to like tie it in well. Like, what modded Slugcats are you thinking? Because I don't play modded Slugcats, so I don't know much about them. Like Master Smith, I suppose, works when you're on a timer. Yeah, okay. Back what I missed fanfiction. Oh, I was thinking Bill Cipher with me. Vinky. Okay, yeah, Vinky does. Vinky is okay. Can someone confirm, is Vinky before or after Spearmaster? Like, is because I think Moon's still collapsing, isn't she? In Vinky's campaign? Pearl Cat? Is Pearl Cat just no, because Moon's collapsed in Pearl Cat, right? I don't remember for half of these. I rarely play modded slug cats. Have a background slug cat named Inshall. That's too on the nose. But sure, we can think about that. Vinky is before Spearmaster. Okay. You, you could tie it in. I feel like you could give a reference to Vinky, like Spearmaster finds just some of Vinky's artwork, you know? He just finds, like, we'll just have a brief aside where it's like, Spearmaster gazes at, like, some graffiti that's just around the area, like, on the cathedral, because they're in the cathedral right now. And we'll just have him, like, question it, and then Gourmand will just say, yeah, there was a slug cat that came through here, just spraying a bunch of these images up everywhere. How's that sound? Because, like, references don't hurt. Because you don't intrinsically tie it into the story, but you can still work with it to make it canon, technically. Random Catboy graffiti. It always finds a way to come back. Yep. Moon has collapsed in Gorm's campaign. Does it matter? Yeah, but we're assuming, like, I've always assumed Gorm is, like, really old, you know? Because, um, like, it's assumed Gourmand is pretty old because he's, like, the elder of the Slugcat tribe. So, and Artie's and Hunter's campaigns happen so close to each other, you know? I'm back. Which part of the story are we in? We are trying our hardest to get out of, like, the first confrontation. Alright. Alright. Well, nice to meet you, Spear Master. What brings you to this part of the outer expanse? I was tasked with delivering some Gourmand has MILF slash DILF status. Is it implied that those two slug cats at the end of Gourmand's campaign are like his? You know? Like, is it implied? You know? I don't think it's ever directly stated, but I think it isn't. I saw one fan theory where it was very funny. It was a very funny fan theory where it's like Gourmand throughout the entirety of his campaign is a pregnant slug cat, and like that's the reason why he's so fat. And he's going around searching for like food because like, and that's why he has so much of a heavy food requirement, is because he's having, and the food quest is just his pregnancy cravings. I thought it was a very funny, like, fanfic. I thought it was a very funny fan theory. Gonna write this for my English final. What I wrote for my English final was very funny. Heck, I once wrote an English final so depressing that, like, they called me down to the office and just asked, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, this is just a work of fiction. It's not real." Alright. I was tasked with delivering some message to an angry iterator. Gourmand's never... Oh, hell yeah, No, not that. That's horrible. The baby's got a miscarriage harder than I missed a carriage going on. That's why I says it. That's why I thought it didn't work, because, like, no, that's why I thought it was funny, because it would totally not work. That's why the final menu scene in Gourmand now has 2 slug pups. God. It's so funny. Iterate? What did you write that made you get called down to the office? It was like, it was basically just like it was a story over bullying. You know? And I think they just kind of thought that it was like me talking, like it was me, like narrating something that I had happened to me, but no, I was just writing like it because I thought because it was supposed to be like the writing assignment was supposed to be do something like a more darker tone of story, you know? Alright, I was tasked with delivering some message to an angry iterator. They didn't take so kindly to the intrusion, however. I pointed to the wound on my chest. Wow. What's an iterator? Because he wouldn't know. Wait, your score actually deals with bullying? I thought it was gonna be about... Oh yeah, no. That's like the one thing that I kinda stray away from. Like, I could've... Like, there's a lot of jokes you can make with that kind of topic for Rain World, specifically given Pebbles' tendencies, but I tend to not make those jokes, you know? Because it's That's kind of. I have my own lines that I draw. I know I don't seem like the kind of guy who would draw lines, but I do draw the line in the sand for some places. Alright. Wow. What's an iterator? Should the moon. Should the moon. Should moon can be visibly shaking because pebbles taking too much water? At this point in the campaign, she knows she's dead. Interesting. I don't think the whole thing is like. I think moon falls. Because think of it like this. So think of it like when a PC overheats, the processors start to fail. And when the processors start to fail because of its overheating, so like it talks about slag buildup, and what I assume that to be is that you're getting a bunch of like rust and stuff on the legs, so it wouldn't be shaking. It would just be getting so hot that impurities start forming in the metal that the legs are made of. So if like an iterator, because I would assume, because if you've ever worked in like manufacturing or anything, or if you've ever taken a metals class in school, like you would know that if you heat metal too much, you can get impurities, you know? And when there's... So think about this. You know the Liberty Bell? The Liberty Bell cracked because there was impurities in the bronze, you know? So, anywho. I stood puzzled by the words. I guess it made sense. Made sense that the knowledge of iterators' existence wasn't known much. Much to the creatures below them. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm at 2%. Bye. Those huge machines you see in the distant horizon. That's an iterator. Alright. 22. I looked over and it went to 22 people to 14. Crazy. Quick question. Do we consider the iterators the can or the puppet? The can. Because think. Are you your brain or are you your body? You know? Completely off topic, but Inshaw, will you ever send us to a city like Detroit again? Well, you destroyed Detroit. I don't want to send you to Ohio. maybe like getting sent, because I tried sending people to Florida, but all that happened was they destroyed Disneyland. Uh, I half considered dropping you in like Gatlinburg, you know, or Pigeon Forge near Dollywood, but hmm, maybe I'd drop people near Area 51 and see how that goes, you know? That'd be a fun one. Area 51. It's getting late. I ought to be going. I think I'm not going to get off until like 11, because 11 is when the Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC drops, and I'm going to be playing that. I can't wait for the Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC. Oh, it's gonna rock. I can't wait to be killed by Mesmer like 500 times. Yes, please. Area 51, you know what? Sure. You know what? When we get to... If we get to 1.3k, I'll send people to Area 51. Maybe. Maybe we'll do that before that. I need to recapture uranium again. You should send us to Boring, Oregon, actual city. I should send people to either Hamburg, Germany, or I think Among Us, Germany. I think there is an Among Us, Germany. Send us to Australia, fight the mutant animals. It sounds like you people just want to, like, go places. Teleportation magic isn't cheap, you know. It is for me, but not to everyone. Here, anywho. I'm still watching a bit, but I'd have to take a... Okay. Don't burn everything down in the meantime. Okay. Wait, we went back up. Yep. Alright. Back to writing, I guess. So, I'm in South Australia. Neat. Not gonna lie, I'd love to live in some place more, regional. Like, with a lot more... Because, like, here's the thing. American culture feels very diluted, you know? Because, like, sure, I think the one thing all America kind of shares on is patriotism. Like, 4th of July, stuff like that. I think that is true American culture. But for everything else, I think, like, American culture is very split up. Now, because, like, you know, New Yorkers are a lot different from people in the Great Plains. You know? It's interesting. And while I do enjoy the subtle changes, I think places like Britain or, like, Germany have a lot more interesting culture. Like, I went to Mexico, and you could just feel the culture in the air. It was crazy. I loved Mexico. Mexico's amazing. Goku. Well, it is the land of the free. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Alright. Those huge machines... Alright, we gotta get back to writing. Let's focus. Neat. I always thought those were mountains. Those were mountains. Love to see one day. See one up close one day. Okay. Home of the Whopper, yep. Okay, where are we going with this? Gourmand, baby girl, those look nothing like mountains. Okay, but like, would Gourmand know exactly what a mountain is? Are there mountains in Rain World when you think about it? Because, like, Gourmand would not know what. Because I don't think there's any natural mountains in Rain World. Why would there be? Mountains take water down their slopes. So it would be too cold at higher altitudes, you know? Gourmand does not understand the difference. He's simple. He's a country folk, you know? Spearmaster's like the uptight city boy that has anxiety. Gourmand's just the country folk. Would all the rain... Wait, I just realized, with all the rain, would Rain World even have mountains anymore? They wouldn't. They wouldn't. There would... I think we have to accept at this point, if you're building a giant supercomputer and you're building an entire facility grounds to go around it, you would terraform the shit out of a mountain, you know? There are no mountains left in Rain World. It literally is stated that there's no natural rivers in Rain World anymore. Except maybe the ones in, like, the Outer Expanse, but I think those just simply formed because of, like, excess water coming out of the facility grounds. Because when you... the way I've always seen it is I think the facility grounds are built more like a bowl. You know? Because, like, you get all the water to come to one point, it sucks back up, and then evaporates, falls down, goes to one point, and sucks back up. You know? Anywho. I inch away from the slug cat, trying to make myself comfortable in the corner of the shelter. I really just want to get past this bit, because I want to get to the bit where Gourmand's teaching them about how to use a yeek. We're gonna lock in for a second. I'm putting chat down for a second. Now I'm just gonna lock in. We're pausing the Kirby music because I need to lock in, and that's distracting me. Chat, what are the little squid enemies called? Are they inkers? Hazers? Hazers, right. I wish I could write fix, but sadly I struggle with turning my thoughts into sentences that would make sense to anyone other than me. I think the best way to like go about it is just um I think the best way to start with it is write like something similar to the iterator, like conversations, and like try doing that because iterator, because then you're just doing it in a sense where no one truly knows. It's a point of perspective where you aren't getting any of the thoughts of any of the characters, but just what they're saying, you know? I think that's the best way to do it. Hey, Tilapia. How are you, Tilapia? Oh yeah, chatfic. Is that what it's called, chatfic? Like a script for a play. Plays, yeah, I guess actually, yeah. Yeah, like a script for a play. Because that's technically considered a form of writing. And I mean, like one of the Harry Potter books was just straight up like written as a play. Um, those are some of my favorites, honestly. I just love them talking. It's very nice to just write it like that. All right, thank you. Wait, it is a hazer, so I, I should have it to where like uh hold up. And we're gonna just assume this hazer just can't haze. I also struggle with making endings for my stories because I don't want it to be cliche and stuff, except for BACA. I've got an ending for that one done. I mean, that's an interesting thing about stories with iterators and stuff like that is they don't really need to end, you know? Because I mean, the one I wrote doesn't really end. Well, it ends, but it just kind of ends off like okay. It just kind of ends, you know? Not like a proper cliche ending where it's like it's just an end to their conversation. Um, end it with Master Chief showing up and killing everyone, no matter the genre or setting. It's fresh and unexpected. Definitely not cliche. That's crazy. No, not Rain World stuff. Oh, well, just like in general, ending something can be it really depends because I've read a lot of books where like the ending is just it ends, you know, nothing more, nothing less. There's no like cliche at the end. It's just okay, story's over. Gojo enter this story at the end and have him use infinite void. Jeez. Well, I'm wait, sleep cycle signed for bonds. Good night. I signed. Hmm. Okay, so I think what I do here is Spearmaster is gonna like doodle on all the walls. Gourmand's gonna like wake up and then we'll have it be he talks, oh hey, you're a great artist, all that. You know, Spearmaster, all that. Alright. Let's see. If I were to make this multiple chapters, this would probably be where I'd split it off from chapter one to chapter two. Will Spear and Gorm die in this? No, because Gourmand's canon events still need to happen. I don't think we're gonna enter like deep AU territory. We're gonna do more of like a this could have happened, probably didn't, but this could have happened, you know? What level of angst shall this contain? Uh, I think the most angst we're gonna get is like during the turning point where I'm just gonna make Gourmand and Spearmaster have a fight, and that's gonna be it. Canon event. You can't say the word canon event. Yeah, you can't. I will never hear canon event the same. I can't hear it the same either. I can't wait to see the sequel to that movie. I'm so ready for it. Oh, being left off in theaters. When I went to go see it in theaters, uh, there were two things that happened in theaters. At the very end, people got real upset at the ending, and like midway through the movie, um, someone I knew, like who I didn't know they were there, but they just shouted in the theater, "He's black!" And then like everyone in the theater just kind of like they didn't chuckle, but it was more of like a scoff, you know? We're like, you know, it's such a interesting theater experience. Recently saw the new Inside Out. Thought it was pretty nice. Why would I'm back? Did Inshall make a 10-page long raunchy romance scene yet? God, no. Jeez, spread their arms out, falling asleep within second, looking perfectly relaxed. Because Gourmand is the best napper in all of Rain World. You can't tell me like, hold up. You can't tell me that. Okay, so he sleeps on his side, not his back. I don't know why I had like the Mandela effect where I thought he was like sleeping on his back. But all right, I fell onto their side and curled up then. Okay. Inshallah. Do we get to find out why they're called the Spearmaster if you know what I mean? Lamau. How's the fan fiction going? It's going good. No, we're not gonna have a scene like that, chat. We're not gonna have a scene like that. Anyway, back to it. I'm surprised that one video I posted the other day got 1K views. I wonder if it was because of the thumbnail. The thumbnail I think it was because of the thumbnail. Ormond is such a great sleeper that you could sleep on top of him. I think there will definitely be a scene where it's just Spearmaster using Gourmand as like a pillow. Because he is a pillow shaped. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If there was like in the Rain World shop, if there was a Gourmand pillow, how many of you would have bought that? Let's be honest. Also, I finally managed to figure out what went wrong with my Five Pebbles plush order. Like Um, what do you think slug cats taste like? Okay, so if they are, because they're obviously more of a rodent, and like I've tried rodent before, like I've tried like at a country fair, like fried rat. Um, and like if I had to guess, it probably tastes like that. That's the thing is like depends on how you really cook them, you know? Because I would assume vulture would take taste like wild turkey. Because I remember back when I was in Boy Scouts, we hunted a wild turkey and cooked it and ate it. Um, real tasty. Like there is a big difference between normal turkey and wild turkey. Wild turkey has like more tendons. It has more muscle. So because it has more muscle, it like it's just got more muscle fiber in the meat, and it tastes delicious. Very delicious. Rabbit mixed with fish is what you think a slug cat would taste like? Maybe. Be interesting. You know what? I could agree with that. I don't eat much fish. I eat mahi mahi like twice. But as for most fish, I ate lake bass once on the same trip. I feel like they taste like Tang Young ice balls. Yeah, no, I could see that. I could see that. I'm like subscribed to this one channel called Japanese Eats, and I just love looking at all like the Japanese food because like it just feels a lot more better presented in Japan. Anyway, Saint definitely tastes like a Diet Cola though. What do you think of I'm Shozo's art outside of Five Boulders? Their stuff's great in my opinion. No, like I saw more of their stuff and I thought it was like really impressive, really impressive. Uh I think Five Boulders though is genuinely like my favorite thing I've seen. That is like genuinely my favorite Rain World joke I've ever seen is Five Boulders. It's so funny to me, especially like when you read like what it says in the top corner. You have like suns, and I'm not gonna say it on stream what it says, but it's so funny to me. Is that still up on the Rain World Discord or not Discord, Rain World Reddit, or did some mod like remove it? Because like because of the joke it was, I could see it getting removed, but like maybe it's still there. I don't know. They're very weirdly inconsistent with how picky they are sometimes. You know, they like draw the lines weirdly. Wait, we gotta get five grains in their slug pup. I don't. Anyway, back to writing. Back to writing. Let's see. Let's put back on the curvy music. He was enjoying. You have baby or mom, hideous ugly ball creature in front of a basketball. Would you dunk it? No, no, I don't think so. Hmm. Oh, chat, I have a good idea. Spearmaster tries to go to sleep. You know, he falls asleep and, like, wakes up from a nightmare of five pebbles ripping out the pearl from his chest. As my eyes drift slowly, as my eyes get heavier, my heart pumps slower. I This is post Pearl? Yeah, it's post Pearl. He's completed his mission and he's heading back to Suns. As my eyes get heavier and my heart pumps slower, I drift off into a deep sleep, which will be a first for Spearmaster. Alright, so I'm thinking we do make this chapter based. Let's be honest. Warm, better comfort, Spearmaster when he wakes up. We're gonna do that. Okay, so we're gonna do this chapter based. This is chapter 1. Okay? We're gonna go on Wattpad now and we're gonna post this as chapter 1. Okay? Because here's the thing. For certain things like this, swapping from scene to scene, you know? Because going from this to a dream sequence would be pretty horrendous to do in one, like a one-shot, so we will make this chapter-based. So let me just make this real quick. Let me just go on Wattpad real quick. Okay. We're gonna make this chat. I'm gonna let you in the chat try to discuss amongst yourselves what we're gonna call this fan fiction. This is gonna be something you guys get to decide. Aw, Cat left. That kind of sucks. I wanted them to partake in the naming of this fan fiction. Can you include questions for comprehension like an English class? Like, can you include questions for comprehension like in English class? Like, what do you mean? Like, it's been a while since I've taken an English class, so you will have to, like, rephrase that. Pincushion. Oh, that's perfect. Alright. Pincushion does sound pretty nice. I'm vibing with that. How much do I vibe with that? We'll see. Notifications. Oh, cool. Another person followed me on my Wattpad account. Alright, let's get to writing. Create new story. Alright, title. How do you think Gourmand and Spearmaster's relationships will change throughout the story based on their current interactions? I mean, they're gonna get closer. It's gonna break up during the climax of the story, and then they're gonna get back together during the falling action, and then in the exposition will be Spearmaster joining Gourmand's tribe. Yes, questions like what Puhard's Temple Gate. Alright. How raunchy? It's not gonna be raunchy. We're not making a raunchy story. This is just a ship fan fiction. Because that's the thing, is I think making it too raunchy, like, almost, like, it feels more like fan service than anything, and I think it degrades the quality of the fan fiction. You have to have just the right amount of, like, implication without going over, you know? Unless if it's in, you know? If you can have as much implication, for all I care. With the work is set after Spearmaster delivered the message. Why do you think the author chose to set the work in this time period? Interesting. I don't think you can do that on Wattpad, but if you could, that'd be interesting. They meet an unexpected traveling part. Alright. I don't want to know. I don't know what raunchy means, but I'm guessing I don't want to know. It can mean a couple of things. It can mean either like just like flirty, or it can mean like like you know that. It depends on how much you use, and I'm not one to use to make my stories raunchy. I like to make them more serious and realistic. You know, like it's like it's a realistically, naturally blooming relationship. And yep. All right, so we're calling the story Pincushion. Is that what we're doing, or does anyone else have a better idea? All right, target audience. We're not gonna put that. Rating. It's not gonna be mature. So I like Pincushion. Yeah, Pincushion sounds nice. Oh shoot! I think I accidentally. Okay, hold up. I accidentally back tabbed. Oh darn. Okay. Darn, I hate when I accidentally click the back tab uh, button on my mouse. Set the rating as mature and then include swearing. Swearing doesn't even make it mature. I enjoy inspiring slash adding on to stuff. It's one of life's greatest pleasures. Yep. Alright. Alright. Here we go. Now I can finally turn on the camera for you guys. Right, there we go. What are we going to call the first chapter? Oh yeah, Untitled Part 1 banger title. That one, alright. So let's think. Spearmaster, he gets through, he gets into a shelter, he talks with Gourmand. I think we just simply call it something simple, like the unexpected encounter. The squiggly red lines hurt me. Yeah, dropwig is unfortunately not a real word. Chapter 1, can't go wrong with a classic. Yeah, but I like to give chapters some cool, funky names. Spears in the sticks. Uh, that, no. That one sounds weird. Like, oh no. Just kind of sounds weird. What about needle in the haystack? It's like, it's not bad, but my mind keeps going to like all like the bad jokes I've seen with Spearmaster referring to needle as something else, you know? Because like I've seen so many just like bad jokes on like the r slash okay buddy rain world subreddit that are just those types of jokes making like wordplay with Spearmaster. You legally must include the in the chapter title. Yeah. Alright, so. Oh god, that is a lot of red squiggle. You know what? We are gonna go back and quality control this. That. People don't know how to spell these days. We're gonna capitalize every instance of Spearmaster. Gotta. Do they not understand? Well, I feel targeted. I feel targeted. It's giving me red squigglies for gotta and Like those are real words. They don't know. They don't know country folk like me. All right, we're publishing this one. All right, yeah, publish. We don't have a. We don't have a. Shall right click the ref squiggly words, click add to dictionary. Oh, okay. Neat. Alright. Add tag. Rain World. New tag. Slugcat. Spearmaster. Ormond. Ships. Alright. Alright. Select a category. Fanfiction. It's not complete yet. Alright. We're publishing it, chat. Publish now. Alright. So that's up. It's spelled, that's why it's redlining it. I've always spelt it like, Alright, chat, there we go. We got ourselves a, chapter 1. Alright. Alright, so neat. So this would be where the new chapter starts. Ships, but there weren't any boats with water. Oh, don't worry, we'll get to that. You know. Alright, 30 minutes before streams end because we're playing Elden Ring DLC later. So, this will be the dream sequence. Ah. I was stuck. I couldn't move my arms. So we're gonna have like a cold open. It's gonna be like a short dream sequence because it's a nightmare. But we are gonna get pretty graphic on like the pain Spearmaster feels of like having his chest pearl ripped out. My arms. My legs were floating above the ground. In front of me stared the white, glowing eyes of that devil of an iterator. They laughed at me. For throwing me onto the ground. And no. After I felt fear as they began to laugh even harder. The pain slowly came up my chest. A tiny spherical object was making its way through a inch worth of flesh. Pain was unbearable. What did I miss? Yeah, we're tormenting Spear Balls Magic. Don't call it Balls Magic. It's Spearmaster having a nightmare over the pebbles dripping out their pearl. The pain was unbearable as it slowly was ripped from my chest. Blood spilled out of my open wound as I was then violently thrown onto the floor of the chamber. Backroom top surgery real. Everyone says that about Spearmaster's, this is the most tonally dissonant chat with stream I've seen. No, I think it's the most, I think chat is literally just like me, for real, for real. You're all chaotic. I open wound as I then violently, as I was then violently thrown onto the floor of the chamber. I began to bleed out. The wound as the blood filled my lungs, making it hard for me to breathe. I looked up at the iterator floating above me. Before seeing a white ring form around my head. Before seeing a white ring form around my head and piercing through my brain. I scream violently as I wake up from such an awful nightmare. There we go, chat. We have tormented Spearmasters. Pebbles is not a qualified surgeon. Neither is Riv. Yep. Alright, scream. Okay, good point. Good point. Yeah, good point. Shake. We'll have it shake. I shake and flail around violently as I wake up from such an awful nightmare. So because we need Gourmand to wake up, he's gonna hit Gourmand in the middle of, like, his panic attack. My tail whacks something, and I jump backwards. And I jump, no, forwards, because it's words to the wall as I cower in fear. I find this interpretation of Spearmaster very funny because clearly they have, like, the most courage out of most slug cats, but I'd like to think that deep down, they are terrified throughout the entire thing. Do people actually flail and scream when waking up from nightmares? Yes, I can tell you that. I had a nightmare once where I was playing Mario, like I was in Mario Kart. I crashed into a tree, and then a bat ate me alive, spat me out, and then made me watch as the Mario Kart race as I was losing. And then it ate me alive again, spat me out again, made me watch the next lap, and then right before it ate me again, I jumped off a cliff and I woke up from my nightmare flailing around. Like, ironically, that is not like the most, like, a lot of my dreams had like bats in the nightmare. I'm not even afraid of bats. Like, I think the weirdest dream I've had was where I was in my house. I opened up the air vent, and thousands of bats flew out. I immediately opened the door to my room, and then ran into my sister's room and locked the door. And then I woke up standing in my sister's room with the door locked. It was crazy. I'm so confused. Well, that's kind of what dreams are. They're confusing. They don't make sense most of the time. You know? Like, I had a fever dream once where it was just, the entire world was made out of Squidward. An air vent, just like the hit indie game Among Us. I'm so sorry, I can't breathe. Personally, half my dreams were just premonitions of future events. Literally just my perspective in some random event in the future. Okay, but hold up. I have literally predicted the future with my dreams before. So, I didn't know that my aunt, uh, I didn't know my aunt was divorced or anything, and that my aunt was seeing another person, and I had a dream that we were at Red Lobster, and I went into the bathroom, and my cousin taught me how to armpit fart, and I walked out of the bathroom, and then my aunt announced that they were getting married to this random dude that I had never seen before, and then I woke up, you know, and then I went, and a week later, they were announced that they were announcing that they were getting married, and I see the dude, and it's the exact dude from my dream. What in the void sea are your dreams? Like, dude, I rarely dream anymore. And if I think if I did still dream, it would be crazy as hell, and Five Pebbles would definitely be in it. That's a weird ass dream. Yeah. Prediction. I swear, your brain can almost predict the future. I swear. Funnily enough, like, um, I have other good dreams that I'm trying to fully recall the events of. But a bat forced me to watch myself lose at Mario Kart. Yeah, that's a quote. That is a quote. Same. I wish I kept having dreams. You kind of lose it as you get older, and it's honestly such a some people don't lose REM sleep, but I lost REM sleep as I got older. I think I feel more rested and relaxed, but I just can't remember my dreams, which kind of sucks because I think they're probably interesting. Oh, I did have a dream earlier today where I dreamt that I woke up and I was in my room and I just walked around my room for 2 hours. And then I woke up and it was 9 o'clock. I don't even have a normal dream anymore. I just get nightmares. Oh man. Sorry to hear that. Shit. I mean, heck. I mean, if those torment you a lot, we do have like uh humanity has made medications to prevent people from having REM sleep, which makes it so you don't have nightmares. I don't know if it's an over-the-counter thing or if it's you have to specifically request it, but you can take medicine for that if you're just having awful nightmares and it's actually deeply affecting your sleep, you know? Anywho, back to writing. I had a nightmare recently where me and my bestie were in a lounge chilling, and there was a huge ass spider. I'm scared of spiders. Anyway, it turned fine after it died. Yeah. Like, I'm just glad I don't. I'm kind of glad I don't have dreams anymore, because that means I don't have to deal with nightmares. Because if I ever had a nightmare about jellyfish, oh god, I'd wake up instantly. Ugh. Can't. Can't with them. Can't. Ugh. Can't. You should have a scene where they enjoy some poppy corn together. Yeah, I could have a real funny scene where, like, Spearmaster, uh, just like, yeah, okay, we could do that. 10 minutes till the end of stream. Cause, like, you know, gotta play, that new, Elden Ring DLC. I remember having a nightmare about my cat, and when I woke up, my cat was standing right at the door staring at me. Cats are like, oh, I swear, each cat has a little bit of Satan in them, you know? I think that's so funny, you know? They are they are creatures of chaos, and you know what? Real. Real as hell. Jump forwards to the wall as I cower in fear. Don't worry. It's just the bond spoke in soothing. They crouched down next to me before wrapping their arms around me for a hug. Because Gormon would totally be like the hug kind of person. Oh, I had a cursed idea for fan fiction. What is it? Let's hear it. Anyway, I'm sure Gorm's parenting experience will be great for comforting Purple Lad. Yeah, totally. Want to hear what this cursed fan fiction idea is? The Cormond accidentally puked out a singularity bomb and it exploded. Oh, it'd be so funny to have a scene where, like, it's a king vulture in the middle of their travels, and Gormon just fucking takes out the tactical nuke of a singularity bomb. Gormond is a shoulder to lean on. Yep. Did you have a nightmare? They say to me as they and everyone died. The end. SpongeBob ending. As they Gourmand is just... Okay. Spearmaster... Spearmaster recognizes it as a broken mass refraction cell. It is terrifying. Like, where did you get that? Oh, that could be totally such a funny interaction where it's just like a joke at the game mechanics where he's like, where did you get that? And he's just like, I made it. You made a refraction cell? And he's like, yep. What'd you even use to make that? Oh, just a flour and an egg. Good night, Rock Octi. Alright, let's see. Honestly, I think I'm gonna call it 2. Like, it's 5 minutes and I want to play the Elden Ring DLC, so, I think we're calling it a night. And I think I'm gonna get some of this done off camera, I think I ray a lot better when I'm not talking to chat every, 5 minutes. We did get progress done. We got, so it's published now. I think I should probably, make a title card for, that fan fiction, because I didn't actually update it with a title card. Alright then. Bye-bye, everyone.